Chris Rose. I'm gonna guess 5th or 6th place is my guess before the regatta. Under 12 regatta, only kids under 12-year-olds racing. Southwestern Yacht Club, July 2020. Catherine doing her 2nd or 3rd regatta in an assigned club boat. So we have some race club, yacht club boats that we assign to the kids that have potential of buying boats eventually. And so they get to use our equipment. It takes a little pressure off. Their parents aren't having to pay for it yet. And then they learn how to manage the equipment. So that's Catherine, first time racing the under 12. She is 11, I believe. Hoping she's 10. Here's Bella, I think she's 10. Bella sailing a club boat also. Again, they get assigned these boats and then it's their official responsibility. It's as if they own them. And then Nicholas, first regatta of his life. I think Nick is 8. About 50 pounds, 54 pounds. So sailing a Sabot at 54, you really have to have the sail depowered. It doesn't matter. I mean, anything over 4 knots, you have to depower the Sabot when you're that small because the boat has such horrendous windward helm. The power of the sail spins the boat into the wind. So you can see we've got Nick set up really flat. First regatta of his life. It's going to be 4 to 9 knots today, probably more like 7. And here's our man Kevin, 11 years old. How old are you, Kevin? How old are you? So Kevin could have a big day today. He had a big day in practice yesterday in our full Sabot squad races. So that included our A and B fleeters. He had a 4.24. I think there was 13 boats total with 2 open skiffs in there racing. 4.24. So I hope, and today is very much like yesterday. So here we are, and what makes Sabots especially tough is upwind sailing's a challenge because the leeboard doesn't do well, but also look at the buoy here. Do you see how quickly the tide's coming in? So this is 0.3 knots, 0.2. And so in a Sabot, that makes the upwind legs longer. And so, again, you can see me going sideways. See the power boats there? A little bit of that is the wind, but most of that is the current is coming in. So that's another challenge. Southwestern Yacht Club, La Playa, under 12 regatta, race 1. Green against blue puts Kevin in the red boat there. Nick and Bella in this race, and Chris. Chris is 8,900. The pin is favored by a little. We noticed that by the angles before the start. Good start. Chris in the middle, 8,900. Great start. Ben Walton, another Coronado kid, 8,752 in his new boat. Great shot of Kevin. He's got his T5 sail on. Beautiful sail. Oh, Chris just nailed it. Chris could be sitting a little further forward, a little bow up. But Fenton just nailed the start. 8,752, his brand new boat. So he sails at Coronado Yacht Club and San Diego. He's got both coaches. He's just charging. That boat was sailed by Aitana Mendigarin, a all-conference senior at George Washington this year. Skipper. Fenton. Green Bella here. There's Nick right there. One thing we'll work on for race 2 for these guys is when they tack, they've got to keep the main in almost the same spot. What's happening is we're tacking and our boom is getting way off the corner. As soon as your sail is not at the corner, then you're no longer going close hauled. You're no longer going on the wind. You're on a reach. There we go. Sail's too loose. There's Fenton around in first. So he may have just turned 8. I think he's 8. Gotta find out when Fenton's birthday is. Chris coming around in 4th. Great first race. Oh, Kevin in 3rd, 4th. Chris in 5th. Great. Good job, guys. Ben with a big lead. Kevin moved into 2nd. Chris is in a little bit of a pickle, but still in the top 5. He's just got people on his wind, and his boom is not quite out far enough. Almost everybody in this fleet has their mainsail in too far. It was a reach, though, so they did a great job of getting onto port tack. They have a whole nother lap, so Chris will keep these guys alive upwind. Really fast. Fast, fast, fast. So a big right wind shift makes it so that we sail starboard tack all the way from down there as soon as we can get around the start-finish line. So the wind has shifted, and that's okay. I think Fenn is actually making the mark here. So there's no way they can change the course during a race. That's the one risk you have when you do a two-lapper, but that's okay. You know, kids just have to learn the races aren't always going to be perfect. It's a good time to learn it. Here's Chris going to be his third right now. I lost Kevin. Kevin must have... Oh, I know what happened to Kevin. Kevin was headed maybe... I don't know what happened to Kevin. Wow, he was in front of Chris. He might have gotten a foul situation at the mark and had to do penalty turns. We'll find out. Fenn fighting it out for first and second. We probably shouldn't do battles, but he's got such a big lead against third. It's okay to do battles when you're first or second, but it's better to just accept second. Don't let anybody else into the race. A second is just like a first. You know, just think of a second as a first, because you do not want to fight for first and then lose third and fourth eventually, which Chris is fourth, so I think that's obviously very doubtful. Fenn has a little bit of time to play. So interestingly, Fenn should be conspiring with the other boat to not sit on each other. They should be working together right now to get to the leeward marcus, to the gates as fast as possible. Here comes Kevin. We'll find out what happened to him. I have a feeling he did penalty turns. He's a very sportsmanlike sailor, so he may have fouled down there. So the first race was marked by a little bit of an unsquare course, mostly because the wind shifted to the right about 20 degrees during, you know, soon after the first group rounded the first mark. So it's been a starboard tack upwind, port tack downwind race. And that's why you gotta figure those out and do it good. Nick's first race of his life. Cool. So all he has to do is get around this mark, get downwind, and round that, and he's good. Finished Catherine. She's in a different race, different fleet. Oh, and Bella in there. Catherine. She's in a different race, different fleet. Oh, and Bella in there too. So the only mistake Bella made is that last couple tacks at the windward mark, and then she got a bunch of boats coming all at the same time and got stuck. So our goal is, when we're on port tack, make sure we go far enough so that when we tack onto starboard, we're gonna make the buoy. It's such a small mistake, but all of a sudden she had 30 boats coming at her and she had nowhere to go. Here comes Nick. Coming to the finish line, two-lapper for the first real race of his life. Just charging. That sail just looks awesome. And he's about to cross the finish line. Yeah, good job, Nick. There's Bella charging. Okay, so again, what we're going to work on is keeping our boom closer to the corner, and we're going to work on getting around that windward mark. We had the same problem yesterday with about 4 kids, where that windward mark in a Sabot is just a really harsh school of hard knocks learning experience. But it's going to make us better. Race 2, green and red, less than a minute. Catherine should be slowing down. She's a red. She should be going much slower right now. Here's Chris with 30 seconds. Nice. Here's Bella. Goal for Bella is to keep the boom more at the corner when we're going upwind. Chris, good move right there. Oh, Chris, good move. Good start by Catherine. Little tight on the sail, but pretty good. One of those boats actually fouled her and didn't see her. She could have actually come up a little, but that's a good start. The pin end is favored. She can't tack because of this. Her sail's too tight. She should ease, or she should tack now. She's gonna just go behind the blue boat, behind them. Darn. She should have gone behind the blue boat on port tack close haul, then she would have just been golden. But she's gonna not hit the buoy, so that's all that matters. There's Chris in second. Easily in second. Catherine is just doing great. Catherine's right in the middle there, just to lure to the blue boat. Just awesome. She just again had a little bad luck on the first upwind. She could have crossed somebody, didn't quite cross, and then got a bunch of starboard tackers. But she is killing everybody to her left right now. Luffing, no luffing. Very good. Bella's keeping her sail in after that tack. Yellow and blue. There's Kevin, again in the same exact spot he was last time. I really like this. There's Fen, might be over though. Ben's in a tough pickle. We'll see. Here's Kevin. Beautiful. He's gonna accelerate. That was absolutely amazing start. Fenton was over. He just set up a little too early at the boat. When you got the race committee right there, Kevin's telltales are not flying. He's too low. So you can see he's too low. Oh, there they go though. So better too low than too high. I think he just had a foul right here. Fen was over and did a good job. Oh, there's Nicholas. Good start, Nicholas. There's Fenton, just restarted really well, and look at him. Perfect shape in the leading edge of Fen's sail. The thing that Fen's getting good at is he's able to see how he can look around and still not turn the tiller. That's a really good skill for an 8-year-old. Here comes Chris around in first. He may have touched the buoy, we're gonna see, but he rounded in the first fleet in first. He's looking around, so I think he's looking to see if somebody saw him touch the buoy, but maybe not. Catherine looks like she's okay here. She's gonna come around in 5th. Kevin did great. He likes the left, he told me that. So he got himself to the left, and he's probably 2nd right now. Just charging right there. Absolutely awesome. Okay, Catherine coming around now at the windward mark. So she did 2 tacks and did much better that time. She's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Great job. 18 boats in the fleet. Chris looks perfect right now. They squared the course up for race 2, so now it's not a port tack reach to the leeward marks. The wind shifted 20 degrees in the last race. That's a great shot of Nick. So we just look at the telltales. The telltales are telling us stuff. So right now they're saying go down in it. Oh, never mind. They're saying go straight. So remember that. They're either telling you go straight, press down a little, or let the boat go up a little. They're always telling us something. Good job, buddy. Looking good. This is a good sailor right here, right next to you. And you're going just as fast. This is going to be great. He's going a little extra. In all honesty, he should be on the rail. Now he should trim really hard. God, that's great, dude. He's sailing really good. They're in separate fleets, but there's the brother-sister group. Kevin's in first. So we had Chris winning the last group and Kevin winning this group. His sail is not out, though. That's the problem.
Monty was leading that race for a little bit.
If your telltales aren't flying, ease out. They're not going to fly on a dead run, but definitely if they're not flying, ease out to 90. See, he's just slow right now. 9403, he's got his main out and he's just killing you. So that's what Kevin should be doing. Instead of talking to his sister, he should be looking at Taisei behind him, Kosei, and copy him, because he's 9403 is just 0.2 of a knot faster.